Before you is a small shrine hidden deep in the forest of rural Japan. There are no souvenir shops here, no signs for tourists, no crowds. Most people pass nearby without ever knowing this place exists. The stones are covered with moss, the air is quiet, even the path feels forgotten by time. Yet for centuries, people came here to pray, not for sightseeing, but for survival. This is a shrine dedicated to Iizuna Gongen. In Japanese belief, Iizuna Gongen is not a single god. He is a syncretic figure, a fusion of mountain spirits, esoteric Buddhism, and folk religion. He was believed to grant speed, protection, and survival in moments of danger. For warriors, he was a god of battle. For villagers, he became a protector of daily life, of animals, travel, and unseen threats. But this deity was not imagined in human form. Iizuna Gongen was often depicted as a winged tengu, a crow-like figure with feathers and a beak, riding on the back of a white fox. This image carried the idea of a being who could move freely through the sky, strike enemies unseen, and vanish without a trace. In old traditions, there were also mountain ascetics known as practitioners of the Iizuna art. They were said to command small spirit foxes, to see what others could not see, and to overcome enemies through unseen means. Whether these stories are true or not, they shaped how people imagined power, danger, and protection. And in forests like this, far from towns and roads, such stories once felt real. The shrine stands on a small rocky rise. This rock was formed by ancient volcanic activity. In the past, such places were believed to be closer to the spiritual world. The stone torii gate marks the boundary between the human world and the unseen realm. The low stone walls were not meant for defense. They marked a sacred enclosure, a place where people were expected to lower their voices and their hearts. In times of war, people did not come here as tourists. They came when their lives were at stake. According to local tradition, this story took place during the late Sengoku period. At that time, this region was unstable. Samurai clans were fighting for control of the land. A young retainer was ordered to deliver a secret letter to Allied forces beyond enemy lines. If the message failed to arrive, his clan would likely be defeated. Enemy soldiers were already searching the area. Fearing capture, the young samurai fled into the deep forest near a small shrine dedicated to Iizuna Gongen. This god was believed to grant speed in battle and protection in moments of crisis. Exhausted and cornered, the young warrior stopped at the shrine. He prayed for strength. He prayed for survival. It is said that at that moment, a sudden wind swept through the trees. Leaves rose into the air, and the forest seemed to shift around him. Later, the samurai claimed he felt his body become lighter, as if something unseen was guiding him through the woods. He escaped that night. Whether this was fate, adrenaline, or divine intervention, the people of Yatta believed Iizuna Gongen had answered his prayer. Today, the forest is quiet. The wars are long over. No footsteps of soldiers echo here anymore. But the place remains. The stones remain. The shrine remains. And the stories remain. As time passed, people no longer prayed only for victory. They prayed for their livelihood. According to another local story, this legend belongs to the peaceful Edo period. By then, the wars had ended. However, this region had a new responsibility. It was part of the Tokugawa shogunate's horse breeding grounds, known as Kogane Makino. Healthy horses were essential for maintaining military strength. One year, many horses in the village suddenly became ill. Villagers feared the loss of their animals would bring severe punishment. At that time, a wandering mountain ascetic, a Yamabushi, was said to be staying near the shrine. He carried a small bamboo tube attached to his waist. Some villagers were suspicious of him. However, when asked for help, the ascetic prayed before the shrine of Iizuna Gongen. Legend says he opened the bamboo tube and released a small spiritual fox known as a kuragitsune. The fox was believed to drive away harmful spirits and disease. Soon after, the illness among the horses began to fade. Whether this was medicine, knowledge of herbs, or simple coincidence, the villagers believed the shrine had protected their livelihood. And from that time on, Iizuna Gongen here was not only a war deity, but also a guardian of animals. Walking here today, you do not feel like you are visiting a tourist site. You feel like you are stepping into a folktale. Moss covers the stones, trees block the sky, the forest swallows sound. This place does not try to impress you, it simply remains. The power of this place is not that miracles still happen here. The power is that people once believed they did. When you hear the stories first and then stand here in silence, you begin to understand something. Faith leaves traces, not in magic, but in stone, in paths, and in the quiet places people once trusted with their lives.